Good evening and welcome again. This is the 2012fad.com. I am your host for this evening. My name is Charlie Bluehawk. Last night I read the letter I wrote in response to a young mother who wanted to know what to do to help her young children survive the event. She didn't mind the earthquakes, but she was terrified of the floods. I can't say as I blame her. I truly hate the truth. It comes down to money. After that, it comes down to people you can trust and who will actually do something in order to save themselves, let alone you. Tonight I thought we would chat about man and woman versus the coward. The coward is the very best servant our masters can have. The coward has no value as a human being, but is amazingly useful as a servant, a very willing slave for the masters, and for their servants, the Mandarin Class. The Bush family, the Chaney family, the Clintons are all Mandarin Class, serving the masters. The real masters, well, we never really see them. Once in a while, David Rockefeller will go out into public and inspect the herds, and you can always see Queen Elizabeth out in public. They desperately need the worship of us, the cattle. Why? I have no idea. I guess owning all of the Western world just isn't enough for them. But they need servants. They need willing slaves, and the coward is the very first choice, best choice. If you have no skills, no talents, no urge to better yourself, but you really enjoy hurting others, you are the perfect slave for the masters. But here tonight, I am talking about someone specific, something very specific that's far, far worse than just being a slave to the master. I'm talking about the human being, quote unquote, who through their own fear, their own cowardliness, destroys from within what others have built. The coward who sells out his friends, his family, his country, out of fear for his own life. The coward gains entry into our lives, gains our trust, gains our sympathy, and then when approached by, well, let's just use the word evil, it will sell out its own mother. Why? I really don't know. Fear takes so many shapes. Fear of loneliness, fear of physical pain, fear of torture, fear of being left behind. I suppose we should have pity for this creature, but the damage it does by siding with evil against its own people, no mercy, no pity. It gets us back to the fantasy versus reality, truth versus lie, and how a lie is easier to live with than standing up and telling the truth and being hurt, maybe for a moment, maybe for a lifetime, but at least you're free, at least you know. The truth is scary. But again, it only hurts for a moment, and then the moment passes, and healing can start. But it's that fear of that one little moment that brings the coward forward, brings them to their knees, and they destroy everything around them, rather than to deal with the truth. I have known too many cowards to have any sympathy. Rather than stand up and say, hey, evil just made me a deal, they made me an offer, they called me on the phone, this is what's happened, let's work together and stop them. No. The coward hides the truth away from friends, from family, from home, from country, and then opens the back door and lets the enemy in. What is the coward's reward? A coward's life. And I just hope the money was worth it. A real man, a real woman, they have no place in their hearts and they have no place in their souls for a coward's dream of safety at the expense of others. And in the village, I guarantee you will only find real men and real women. Others need not apply. In the village, we will keep our eyes open for the coward, and should one get in, it will not stay long. Although we do not wish to fight anyone, we don't want to harm anybody, we just want to run and hide. We will defend ourselves. We'll defend our families, and we will defend our neighbors against anyone who tries to harm us. You have been given fair warning. And I hope you have a plan too. For all of us here at the 2012 Fad, this is Charlie Bluehawk, wishing you a really good day and reminding you to keep that good thought.